Welcome to this introduction to OKRs. I'm Sarah Lobkovich, the creator of Evolutionary OKRs. Objectives and Key Results, or OKRs, are a collaborative goal-setting practice that evolved out of Peter Drucker's Management by Objectives. OKRs were popularized by John Doerr's book, Measure What Matters. Based on the excitement Measure What Matters creates, thousands of organizations around the world have adopted OKRs. Some have succeeded, like Google, Intel, and Microsoft, and others, there's been some report of struggle. Spotify's an example. Based on work with thousands of clients in hundreds of organizations, we've evolved a more efficient, coherent, and results focused approach to the OKR methodology, and that's what we call evolutionary OKRs. In addition to being a collaborative goal setting methodology, we think of OKRs as a thinking, deciding, and learning practice that helps us achieve greater growth, transformation, and innovation by aligning on our most important measures of progress and success. Evolutionary OKRs mean thinking deeply about what's important and what might be possible, identifying which measures of progress and success help us make better decisions in our work and organizations. Curiosity, experimentation, and even failure help us learn how to improve and grow. So, what do OKRs look like? Completed OKRs at the company level might look something like this. We aim to have no more than 3 to 5 objectives, and each objective typically has between 3 and 6 key results. Although we want to keep our key results really focused, so it's not a bad thing to only have a few. So let's look at the characteristics of great OKRs. Number one, they fit on a page, so we can see them, we can keep them top of mind, and we prevent the issue or risk of if I don't see it, it doesn't exist when our plans live in decks and systems. Our objectives are directional. They're usually not measurable, and they have a connection to a clear theme. The themes help with alignment as key results move throughout the organization. Our key results are measurable. Key results are where we agree on how we're going to measure success and progress. At the company level, our OKRs are typically communicated annually, sometimes with a quarterly target. At the team level, OKRs are typically communicated quarterly, even if teams set annual goals elsewhere to be able to work back to their quarterly key result. So let's dive a little deeper and look at objectives and key results in a little more detail. What is an objective when we're talking about OKRs? An objective is a directional statement of shared purpose that describes what we're pursuing together and why it matters. It helps our objectives when they have an identified theme or themes so that subteams can align to the objective theme, even if they don't align to the exact language of the upstream objective. Think of objectives like strategic or visionary pillars. Added together, they describe what's most important for us to make progress on so that we are moving toward achieving our strategic priorities. Strongest objectives describe their why in human terms. Why is this important to the most important stakeholder? When the why behind an objective is because we're a business and we need to generate revenue, that objective may be inspiring to some people, but might not help other people understand the purpose of their work. The strongest objectives are useful. They're short enough to be memorable. And when we run into a conflict or difficult decision, we can look at our objectives to break ties or help us decide how to move forward. So let's look at a couple examples. We've got a people and culture objective of high satisfaction talent creates inspired products that help our users create brighter futures. And here's another example for a more executional part of the business because this company has a major product launch coming up. The objective around that key initiative is that new product 2.0 launches with a customer experience so delightful our users can't wait to tell their friends about it. So what are key results? Key results are our most important objective measures of progress and or success. during a given time period, which is usually annual at the company level with some quarterly targets, and usually quarterly at the team level. They reduce our reliance on mind reading and reduce the risk that we'll have continuously moving goalposts. We can set our KRs and then work toward them and learn as we go. We use them to agree on what's important for us to achieve before we begin work. Objective measurements give us data to make important business decisions based on, and our key results are presumed to be stretch goals unless they're clearly labeled as commit. With stretch key results, we're safe to try and even fail in the pursuit of learning and progress. It's only our commits or committed measures where we must achieve 100%. So our key results are objective measures that clarify how we'll measure success and how we'll evaluate progress objectively. They may be leading indicators, and leading indicators may be as important as outcome measures. So we do think about both those leading measures and our most important outcomes. In the evolutionary OKR model, we work to write our key results as textbook key results wherever possible. Textbook key results are formed like this, with an increase, decrease, or improve as the verb, clarifying our metric of focus, stating the change that we're aiming for, and then including the from and to with our starting value and target value. An example of a textbook KR is increase customer retention by 10% from 60 to 70%. And then you'll see in the examples on the right that they're all examples that show key results in that textbook form of increase, decrease, or improve a metric of focus by a percentage from a start value to a finish value. All right, team, now that you've learned the basics of objectives and key results, here are a couple of additional places you can go to learn more. We have a newsletter at findrc.co/subscribe that you can opt into to receive emails from us with helpful tips, resources, and reminders throughout the year to keep your OKRs fresh and top of mind. You can also find tons of learning about OKRs, goal setting in general, goal attainment, and factors that support goal attainment, including motivation, flow, organizational behavior, and leader and self-leadership development to drive high-performing organizations on the Thinky Doers podcast and blog. If you want to learn more about OKRs by actually creating them yourself, I host a one-week cohort-based course on maven.com called Achieve Change with No BS OKRs. In that course, participants start the week with a blank sheet of paper and end the week with a completed set of OKRs with as little as 3 or 4 hours of in-class time. You can find out more about that at findrc.co/nobsokrs. Also, find out if your organization has an OKR Center of Excellence, or ask around for other people who are working with OKRs in your organization. If they're not familiar with evolutionary OKRs and my work, please point them in my direction. I'd love to help. Thank you so much. I hope that this has been helpful for you in establishing a new understanding of the power of evolutionary objectives and key results. Drop me a note if you have any questions. My email is sarah@redcurrentco.com. And I look forward to seeing you set and achieve ambitious, exciting, results-focused goals for the upcoming quarter.